Good morning, everyone. So I just invite you to close your eyes and go within as we move into prayer this morning. And so what I know right here, right now, is God is all there is, knowing that there is only one mind, one heart, one spirit, one infinite source of all that is good. Knowing that this thing that I call God is absolutely whole, is absolutely perfect, is absolutely complete, and it permeates everyone and everything and fills absolutely all of it with its essence. And I know that each and every one of us is one with this divine essence, for that spirit moves through us, in us, as us. And it exists in between each breath and each heartbeat, and in each breath and each heartbeat, knowing that it is all of life. It is the absolute one, unconditional, great, grand love. And what I know for this morning is that Spirit is absolutely alive in us as we come together this morning to open our minds and hearts to the words that Reverend Lea has to share with us as we fill our hearts and minds with joy from the music team and everyone else that comes together this morning. I know that that is the Spirit expressing right here, right now, through this community of NTNC. And I give great thanks for it all, for knowing the truth, for knowing the power of these words, for knowing that Spirit is absolutely alive right here, right now, in each and every one of us. As I release these words and let them go, I know that there is nothing more to do than just to let them be and declare it all good by saying, and so it is. Amen.
Here's a sweet little song by Keb Mo. Hello, my friend, it's been a while. All our old clothes are back in style. We went our separate ways, only to return to face a lesson we failed to learn. We didn't understand the truth. We were blinded by the eyes of youth. Time kept on moving, and a change has come. You think that I don't know where you're coming from. Well, I feel just like you, and I cry just like you. But I heal just like you, and under my skin, I'm just like you. You gave your love, your innocence. They took away your confidence. But I'm not those women. I'm not those men. Put your arms around me. I am your friend, 'cause I feel just like you, and I cry just like you. But I heal just like you, and under my skin, I'm just like you and everybody else. I get heard our cry for help. I've got secrets God only knows. God knows that I feel just like you, and I cry just like you. But I heal just like you, and it's real just like you. Yet I feel just like you, and I cry just like you. But I heal just like you. Under my skin, I'm just like you.
Wonderful, Pedar. Thank you so much. So let's harmonize our hearts and our minds as we always do every Sunday. Placing our hands over our hearts, taking some deep breaths, and repeating together. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. So Pedar's song was so perfect because the topic for today is just like me. The theme for the month of October is cosmic connections. So just like me, many of you love to travel, I would imagine. I love traveling to other countries. And I love it because I get to experience all the different cultures. And I've been blessed to have been to many places around the world. One of my favorite things to do is to connect with the locals, whether it's in a taxi cab ride or in a restaurant or the hotel, wherever I meet them. I'm asking questions to learn about the culture. It's just something that brings me so much joy. And although our skin color may be different, our language may be different, our religion, our practices may be different, I know that just like me, they too have experienced so many of the same things that I've experienced in my life. Sorrow, pain, anguish, but also happiness and joy and the wonder of life. And I know this because they are human beings, just like me. As human beings, we are a lot more alike than we are different. No matter what part of the world that we live in or what language we speak, when we stub our toe, we likely say a few choice words out loud. Or when we bang our elbow, it's called the funny bone. Why is it called the funny bone? Because it is not very funny. When you hit that place on your elbow and the tingling goes down your arm, yeah, not so funny. But we all have those similar experiences in common as human beings, don't we? And the things that fly out of our mouth, yeah, maybe said in other languages, but yeah, that happens to all of us. But one of the main things that I believe that we all have in common is that we just want to be loved. We just want to belong and to know that our existence matters, that who we are means something to someone else. Our skin color may be different, our culture, our age, our gender preference, our sexual orientation, our spiritual practices, our values, all of those things may be different, but every being just wants to know that they are loved, that they matter in the world. Even those who trigger us, who frustrate us, who don't share the same political views, beliefs, and values, and all of us right now, as I'm saying this, can think of at least one person that we probably wouldn't spend time with because of this. But no matter who that person is or who that group of people are, just like each one of us, if they fall down, they hurt. Just like us, they too have had their heart broken. Just like us, they have lost someone they deeply love. Just like each one of us, they have experienced fear and worry and doubt in their life. Just like us, they are someone's hero, someone's friend, someone's confidant, someone's love. Every single person is someone special to someone else in their life. The more we can recognize that we are more alike than we are different, the more our heart opens. The more compassion is created within us. We came here as souls to love, not to hate or judge or condemn, but the journey to love is a long road sometimes for some. And as spiritual people, we think that it should be easier, that we should be able to handle the challenges in our life with grace and at ease and applying spiritual principles easily and effortlessly. Somewhere along the way, we got the message that as spiritual people, we shouldn't express anger or frustration, that we should maybe shove our emotions and our feelings down or hide them so others can't see and pretend that we have it all together. Pretend that all is well and that we're good, even though inside things are falling apart. We feel like we're falling apart. It seems as though everyone has permission to lose it, except spiritual people. As we hide those emotions, as we hide those feelings, we actually do ourselves a disservice. I did this for years. I wanted everyone to think that I was perfect and I had it all together as a spiritual person. And so I hid my pain and my anger. I hid my insecurities and my fears, only letting them out through my tears in the privacy of my own home. Eventually, I became more authentic in my expression, little by little, allowing the darkness to come out. And as I did that, I discovered that just like me, there were others who were just as scared and just as insecure as I was. Glennon Doyle, a wonderful writer and speaker. She's written some great books. Her most recent book is called Untamed. Some of you may have read that. What I love about her is how real she is. She talks about life being beautiful, but she also talks about life being brutal. And she came up with the word brutiful. She talks about the importance of coming out into the big, bright, messy world and telling the truth and forgiving each other for being human. And admit that, yes, life is really hard sometimes, but we can do hard things together. And then it's okay to say, you know what? I am not fine. I am not doing well right now. I love what she said because sometimes we feel broken, don't we? There are days when we just feel sad or lonely or hopeless and afraid for the future of our country and the future of our world. Whatever it is that you're feeling right now is valid. Embrace it. Honor it. Allow yourself to feel it, whatever that is. This is how we're able to move through these experiences, is by feeling it fully, to give ourselves full permission to feel all that we are feeling. And as we do that, because there is one mind, because we are all connected, as we give ourselves permission to express and experience and feel all of that, we give others permission to do the same. Our compassion for others grows as we give ourselves that full permission to fully express all that is there, the confusion, the anger, the hopelessness. Our compassion grows because as we feel and experience that deep pain within ourselves, we can then see it within others. And our heart opens, and then we know that we're all in this together. Glennon Doyle says, you're not supposed to be happy all the time. Life hurts and it's hard. Not because you're doing it wrong, but because it hurts for everybody. Don't avoid the pain, you need it. It's meant for you. Be still with it, let it come, let it go. Let it leave you with the fuel you'll burn to get your work done on this earth. I'm going to repeat that last line because it's so powerful. Let it leave you with the fuel you'll burn to get your work done on this earth. There's tremendous value in feeling the pain and honoring it, because within the darkness there is light. There is hope, that fuel that is pulling us forward, giving each of us exactly what we need in order to do the work that we came here to do. Passion doesn't come from joy. Passion comes from pain. It's when we get in touch with our pain that the passion rises to the surface. And it's only when we allow ourselves to tap into that deep sadness and anger that the pain is born, the pain of passion, the passion is born. There are great things that are being born out of this time that we are all in. There is a shift that is happening on this planet. Something new is being born, and just like a human birth, it is messy. Just like me, I suspect that you too are afraid of the future of our country and our world right now. We are all feeling the heaviness of everything that is going on. But in spite of what is going on in the world, in spite of what is going on in our life and our families' lives and our children's lives and our work life, there is one piece, one very important piece that remains untouched, and that is our soul. Because it is the essence of God right there in the center of our being. Our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, said, "We are to know that passing events cannot hinder the onward march of the soul. The temporal imperfection of the human cannot dim the eternal integrity of the divine." It's our soul that remains whole and unscathed. Our soul was with us before we came into human form and will be with us long after we die, because it is eternal. And so, isn't it beautiful to know that whatever we are going through, that all is well with our soul? The soul within each and every person is perfect because it is filled with the magic and light of the divine. And some of you may be thinking, yeah, but the soul of that person definitely is not normal, definitely is not perfect. As humans, we want to spend time with those that are just like us. It's easy to see the divine in those that we love and in those we like. But what if we perceive people to be more different than they actually are? We can look at someone and make assumptions about who they are. But if we have a lot more in common, what if we have a lot more in common than we realize? Every person has had moments in their life when they just wanted to give up, when they've tried again and again to change something in their life and nothing has worked out. They have felt completely defeated, a complete loss of what to do next. Every person at one time or another has lost sight of where they're headed, not having a clear vision of the future and where to go next. Some of you may be feeling that right now. Every person has experienced loss, heartache, hopelessness, loneliness. Just like me, we are all finding our way back to the divine, back to love. And for some, it takes a lifetime to soften, to be more loving and compassionate. No matter who we are, every challenging experience shakes loose those things that are ready to be released and ready to be healed. Ernest Holmes said, "Healing is revealing." We are all healing something. As a planet, we are in a healing crisis. There isn't one person on this planet right now who isn't healing something in their life. And when I say healing, I'm not talking about a physical condition. I'm talking about something much deeper. And each person may not even be aware of what that is, but their soul knows. Their soul knows what needs to be healed. And they are guided to that which will support them in that healing. What is trying to be revealed to you? There is something that is wanting to be revealed to each of us right now. And I would even go as far as to say that there is something that is trying to be revealed to us as a nation, as a planet. What is trying to be revealed to us as a human race? What is trying to be revealed to you personally right now in your life? Are you willing to go into the stillness and ask the question, what is trying to be revealed to me right now? Just like me, you're on a healing journey. There are no mistakes, that we are all alive at this time, experiencing all that is happening in the world. We're all on a healing journey back to the divine, back to love. And as we heal, we become an even greater expression of spirit, an even greater expression of divine love. As souls, we came from this divine love. It's what birthed us. This is where we came from, and this is where we will return. The journey back can be painful because sometimes it feels like we have been broken into two. It's those experiences that bring us back to the divine creator, that reconnect us to the divine essence of who we are, bringing us deeper into our heart, that place where compassion and love lives. And suddenly, the lens that we're looking through changes. As we tap into more compassion and grace and love within us, we notice that others are just like us, and our perspective changes. We no longer see us and them, but we see one human family. And we can see that no matter who the person is that we are holding a grudge against, that they too feel pain. They too have experienced great loss in their life. They too feel afraid, but are perhaps too proud to admit it. We can see the barriers that people place around their heart to protect themselves from pain. We start to see the humanity in all beings, and that at the very core of all of us, we just want to be loved and know that we matter. We are more alike than we are different. Every single person, no matter what bad things they have done, no matter how awful of a human being we may see them to be, they are a child of God. The same love that is within me and that is within you is within them. Are we willing to open our hearts? Are we willing to touch into the compassion that is there? Because we aren't here as souls to fight, to rage, to judge, to condemn, and to hate. We are here to love. We are here to tap into the light that is within us. We are here to let the pain of our life crack us open, to allow it to open us to the pain of humanity. And in that, recognize our oneness and our divine connection with all beings. Brené Brown said, spirituality is recognizing and celebrating that we are all inextricably connected to each other by a power greater than all of us, and that our connection to that power and to one another is grounded in love and compassion. Our lives are a series of events with various characters designed to trigger us, to reveal to us where we need to do a little more work, where we need to open our hearts a little more, and where we need to move deeper into compassion. For each person who triggers us is God in disguise, helping us to return to our true nature, which is love. And at some point, we have to let go and stop trying to control our lives. We have to stop trying to figure it out with the intellect, but instead take a breath and let go and let God. All is well with our soul. Our soul knows why we are here. Our soul knows the journey that we are on. Our soul is that deeper part of us that is connected to God. No matter what our pain is, no matter what we are going through as human beings, our soul is what lives on for eternity. No matter what we experience on the outside, no matter what our human selves have gone through, all is well with our soul. If you strip away the human form, take away the human ailments, the challenges, the pain, the sorrow, the fears, the bad behavior, the soul remains intact and always connected to the divine. It knows why you are here. It knows what your purpose is. It knows your greatest desires. It knows what opens your heart and what brings you joy. It contains every experience that all of us have had in this life. And it's what inspires us to keep going. I'm now going to bring up Julie. She's going to sing a few bars of a beautiful song called It Is Well. And as she sings, sing along and allow the words to just wash over you. They're simple words. It is well with my soul.
It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with me.
So just like me, every single one of you just wants to be happy in your life. Just like me, you want a healthy planet where every person has enough food to eat and enough clean water to drink. A planet where everyone is honored and accepted for who they are. A planet where racism no longer exists, where there are no lines drawn with us on one side and them on the other. A world where every person is healthy and happy and prosperous. As we recognize that we are all the same, we can begin to have compassion for others in a way that we weren't able to before. We can see in others the struggles that we too have experienced. We can see that when others are hurting, we too are hurting because we are all connected. And so I ask you right now to bring into your awareness a person that you wish to build compassion with. It could be someone you know, or it could be a complete stranger. But pick someone that you are having a difficult time with and repeat the following statements silently in your mind as you gaze upon the person that you are thinking about. Just like me, you are seeking some happiness in your life. Just like me, you are trying to avoid suffering in your life. Just like me, you have known sadness. Just like me, you want to be loved. Just like me, you were once an innocent child. Just like me, you are a soul on a journey. Keeping your eyes closed, I'm going to end with a quote from Ernest Holmes. Just take in these words. Deep within us all, there is an amazing sanctuary of the soul, a divine center to which we may always return. It is a light within which illumines the face of God. Let's move into prayer. So in this grace-filled moment, in this love-filled moment, We feel the energy of our soul, and we know that all is well within our soul. We feel that, and we know that it is not only true for each one of us, but it is true for all beings across this planet. We know that just like us, all beings are experiencing challenges in their life. And as we know this, our heart opens to compassion and to more love. We allow that energy to go out and embrace all. And those that we are having challenges with, we are able to recognize that we are united with them also, as we are both, and all of us, children of the Most High, children of God. And I am knowing that as we move along this journey of life, moving even more into that energy of love, into that energy of compassion, that our heart is opening even more, that we are able to forgive even more, that we are able to move through this even more, allowing the love that God is to be an even greater expression of who we are. And I'm knowing that wherever we are is absolutely perfect. That wherever we are in our human nature, in our human experience is absolutely perfect for this journey, to prepare us for this journey, to open us, to reveal to us exactly what needs to be heard, exactly what needs to be felt and experienced. And so with that, I feel such gratitude in my heart for all that is unfolding for every single one of us, knowing the absolute perfection of it. And so we release this. We release this into the law that knows exactly what is needed for all of us individually and for our entire nation and our planet. And we let this go. And we allow it to be. And so it is. Amen.